Well, thanks for having us. We're excited to be here. Lincoln is always a great host, and so we're just really excited to be in this environment and really excited for these guys. They've worked really hard. It's been a great year for us and a lot of growth for us. And so to be, playing here in the second weekend and get to play a team as great as Nebraska is a real honor and something that they've worked for. So I'm just excited to see them go compete.
How do you feel like you guys have grown as a team since the last time you guys were here in the spring?
I mean, immensely. Like, we played them in the spring, and I think we came in here and what he told us, talked about it before, is just go get in a fight. And then today we were talking about, we've been preparing for this moment all year, and I think we've just had a lot of growth, especially with new coaching staff coming in and new players, and I think we have played really well together, especially at the end of the season, and that's what you hope for, so we're really excited.
How beneficial was just that experience to know what you're going to be walking into tomorrow night, just with sold-out crowd and environment and all this?
Yeah, I mean, we've been here a couple times. We came here our freshman year. We played in the NCAA tournament the second round, yeah. So I think we're used to it, and he prepared us with preseason playing in a lot of sold-out crowds. So we're really excited, and they always have a good fan base, and I think we're just really pumped to show what we got.
Matt, do you plan to bring up the spring trip at all, or is there any, what lingers from that experience?
Well, it's hard to prepare for like what Andrew Jackson can do, so it's nice that we've seen it. Good, bad, and different. Like you're aware of it. You know what that looks like, and just to be with the crowd. Like again, it was sold out in the spring, right? So it's not quite the same experience, but pretty good. So I just think for us, like, I think it was helpful. I don't know if I could have predicted that we'd be here doing this, but it was more just to be in those environments and just get this group some experience. So it just so happened that the experience is really important for right now with where we're at. So I really do feel like they're much more prepared from the shock and awe. I remember when first time I came here with Oregon, I remember it was like the first match of the season, and it was the year we went to the Elite Eight in 2018, and our setter served the ball into the net early on in the match because there was that much jitter from her not being in that situation, So for us, like hopefully we were able to get that piece of us out in the spring, and so now we can just go out there and go compete.
Coach, what do you see on tape that Nebraska does well that your team has to prepare for?
Everything. Yeah, seriously. When I really enjoy scouting. I watch a lot of film on everybody. It's a passion of mine. I watch them, and it's hard to find a way to get them uncomfortable. It really is. Really, in every facet of the game, there isn't like something you can necessarily pick apart. I feel like they have an answer for everything, which I think presents just an amazing challenge. One from trying to figure out a game plan, perspective is, most teams, even, again, if I think about some of the better teams that I've been able to coach against, like the Plummer, Stanford teams, some of those where it's like, okay, well, in that rotation, you can do that and maybe get a pass off the net, and then that can make it. I don't even see that here. So it's really, it's kind of fun. It's fun to see what they, to go up against that and try to piece it together. Really, it goes back to what we're saying is like, we're going to just really have to elevate our level. We're going to have to attack their block. It's going to be there. They play great floor defense. You're going to have to serve really strategically and aggressively. If Bergen's up at the net with her choices, you're in trouble. So you got to get them uncomfortable. And then I would just like to present some pressure. It feels like a while since Nebraska's had some pressure put on them. I think the Big Ten Conference must be soft. I don't know. Last year it was pretty tough, but this year I don't know, it must be down. But only because I was in it last year. No, I mean Nebraska's that good, So I just think it's a really great opportunity, and we're looking forward to it.
Obviously, you guys have to be playing with plenty of confidence right now, but how do you raise that and continue that into tomorrow night's match?
I feel like just this whole year we've been trying to play as a team and just working together. We all have individual responsibilities, but just coming together as one helps a lot to build everyone's confidence and know that they have my pass, or like they can pass that ball so I can go do my next job. Like just having the trust helps a lot.
For either of you, the Big 12 was kind of chaotic this year. Just how did that schedule help prepare you for the postseason?
Yeah, I think the Big 12 is a very competitive conference, obviously. I think we had a good schedule, and obviously playing Arizona State right off the bat, that's a little tough, but I think it was really good preparation, and we had a lot of road games at the end, BYU and Utah trip, so it was difficult at times, but I think it prepares us for a lot in the postseason.
Matt, obviously you're used to playing Nebraska teams, but is there something about Nebraska led by Danny that impresses you, whether it's not just the talent, but kind of the mindset and makeup of this team?
Yeah, I do think they have a little bit of a swagger, this group. And again, part of it is I'm sure they felt very confident with John, so it's not like they didn't feel confident there. But it sure feels like they have this attitude right now. And I know, when you don't get what you want, it only builds character, right? So I know the group is hoping to win a national championship, and so that puts that on them a little bit more to have that for their goal. But it does feel like, again, like I said, it's really hard to get them uncomfortable. And I think it's just because they have a major belief in what they're doing. And I feel like they trust each other right now. Implicitly, they trust Danny and the staff. I think they're ready to go. So, again, that presents a great big challenge to any team that's going to try to take it from them. So, luckily, we like those things, So, get ready to do that. It really is a pleasure. And again, at some point, if you want to try to win this thing, you got to play Nebraska, right? So we just got to do it while we're still fresh.
Ryan, you also been getting a lot of 5-set scraps, especially early in the year too. How did you grow from that, and I'm glad you finally got some shorter matches a little bit?
Yes, definitely. I think it helped us prepare for all of the challenges that the year faced, or we held in the year, but I mean, we knew what we were gonna have to do. We played the top 10 teams in the country the first half of preseason, so we knew it was gonna be a battle, and it definitely helped us a lot. And yes, we loved the breaks after playing in those 5-set matches. Super nice.
Katie, how do you came up short on the short end of several goals, how do you not let that get you down and keep figuring out ways to overcome those 5-set matches?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's preseason, like it's very beginning of the season, and super tough teams, and we were going in there and we were learning how to fight together as a team. So I think that's what we kind of overcame is, okay, we can make it to 5 sets with these teams, with the top 10 teams in the country. So I think that also gave us a lot of confidence, but then also made us work even harder during season, because we're like, okay, if we're gonna get another 5-set match, like we need to win this one. So I think it's prepared us a lot and been very helpful.
To the 2 players, you lost a lot of great players on last year's team, and you've gone further this year than you did last year. Plus, you had a new coach. When did you think this was possible? You'd be even better this year. What were the moments that kind of crystallized that idea?
I don't know. I mean, we played Nebraska in the spring, so we kind of saw like what we could do. I mean, we kept them at 20, like we were in the 20s the whole game. So we saw, but we knew there was definitely some things we needed to work on. I feel like we came back, and this team has just been so fun to play with. It's such a different team than last year. Matt brought in girls, and then just having us combined teams, I felt like it was super cool. And just getting to know each and everyone's personalities, how they play, their playing style was just cool, and just seeing how we could form into a good team.
Yeah, I think it was definitely hard at first, just new coaching staff and stuff like that, and a lot of people leaving last year. But then we just had to keep reminding ourselves to trust the process and trust what the coaching staff was saying, and I think we really took that to heart, and we just became such a super close team, and it's been really great. So.
Anything else?
I guess for either player, just obviously you guys played the spring match here, but just in terms of playing in this gym in front of what is really big crowds, just how are you guys preparing, and what are those conversations maybe just going into tomorrow night's match?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Katie about it. It's kind of full circle moment. We were here our freshman year. We played Miami the first round, and then Nebraska, obviously. So it's kind of cool. Like, we played Miami, made it here. And so just knowing that we've been in this situation before and we know how to deal with it. We know the crowd. The crowd's actually pretty nice. They're not mean.
Yeah,
so
they are nice.
It's a lot easier than some other schools. But just knowing that they're there and, like, using that to our advantage, trying to hype us up even more is cool.
Matt, you went through the setter change in the middle of the year too. I mean, I assume there's a lot of, apprehension or tension with that. What was that process like to realize that Katie was the person to guide the team throughout this year?
Yeah. No, I think it was more of just trying to figure out who we are, what we have. Like, again, for better or worse, when you have depth, right? Danny's gone through it, right? Is when you have really good players on the bench, what do you do with that? So if somebody's having a bad day, you can actually call in somebody else and give them a shot. And so Katie played great. I thought her connections with some of the hitters were better and made more sense for what we were trying to do. We really needed Rhian to score. I told Rhian early on, like, if we're going to be playing at this time of year, we need Rhian to be a big dog. And I feel like her and Katie have a really nice connection, and so that helped us. Katie brings just a lot of intangibles, a lot of grit, 7 blocks apparently against Miami, and is not afraid to go up and have some offense herself, but really nice defender, good server. I mean, just really a nice all-around player, great volleyball IQ. So I feel like she's just been really stable for us and has put the hitters in good positions. So it's been one of those years where it's not like these are our 7. And it's a no-brainer. We have a lot of back and forth, and again, the schedule's been tough. So when you have some adversity, you can lean on some other people, to step up. So I'm sure tomorrow will be no different. Whoever's ready to go is gonna be the ones out there, and we just need to keep fighting.
Ryan, where are the crowds that are not very nice that you played in this season?
Be careful.
Yeah, I'll say someone from not in the Big 12 anymore, but Oklahoma was brutal. They were super mean when we went there. I think our freshman year, just out of pocket things,
What about
crazy.
the Big 12? What's really mean in the Big 12?
K-State always,
What do they do? What do they
a
do?
rival. I mean, nothing crazy. I would say just chirping at us when we go back to serve, everything. I feel like our gym's definitely the nicest, and I've gone on our people, and I've been like, come on, let's make it, interesting at least, but
Get meaner.
yes.
K-State was here last week, and they had a good crowd. It was mainly red in there, but there was some blue in there. You guys expect a lot of people from Kansas to come up this weekend?
Yeah, I think we filled all the tickets that we could have.
Yeah.
So I think Nebraska could have shared more with us. I don't know what the deal is there, but no, we're excited to have our band. Our band's amazing. Again, if you've ever been in Horsch for a volleyball match, our band just runs this thing. So excited to have them. They're pumped to be able to be here, and then have our cheerleaders and have. Again, we filled up our student section. We filled up all our tickets that we could. So, again, something that's been exciting this year is just to see the community rally around these guys. That's really grown, and so as excited I am for these guys to be leading this journey. It's been really neat to see everybody else, absorb it. And again, hopefully, it's my first year with Kansas, but hopefully it's just the launching point and something that these guys can look back on later on and be like, we started that, with Matt and the group. So excited to have everybody here. And again, hopefully it's just a great environment for a wonderful volleyball match.
Coach, do you mind reflecting a little bit on your first year and kind of what's made this team special and why you're here at this point and kind of what's you enjoy about it?
Yeah, I mean, as much growth as any team I've ever been a part of. We had such a long way to go. No offense. When we started, our first spring match was really horrible. I'm just thinking oh boy, this might be a tough year. And from that, we played Wichita State our first spring match. And from that bus ride home, I thought they really took it to heart and just really committed to the process. And I've just seen so much growth from them. I got emotional after the Miami match because just some of the plays that they were making, I was like, man, 6 months ago, I'm begging them, they're not sniffing these things. So just to see them do that in a pressure situation, get rewarded for it, have the fans there, have those memories they're going to have forever, to get to this point, achieve goals that they were hoping to achieve. That's why you do it, right? Is for these guys and for them to have these memories. And so I hope they're really proud Jayhawks. And again, excited to be at this point. Hopefully we keep playing for a while, but no matter what, just the growth that they've had and everything they put in and the trust that they put into a new staff, which could absolutely not happen. I think Nebraska trusts Danny and her staff, but these guys have definitely welcomed us, and so I think those are the things that probably stick with me most.
One or two more.
Ryan, you go from last weekend we played Miami, Fort Marie's. Machine, the ball can go to her more than half the time too, and then you face Nebraska, who pride this offensive balance. How do you make that stylistic adjustment?
Yeah, so obviously we talked about last week, yes, the ball's got to go to her. Do not be late to the block, get out to her. So it's going to be tougher. Obviously, they have so many great hitters. Just staying focused on our game plan, knowing who you're on, what we're trying to focus on. It's going to be tough, but we're ready for the challenge.
Matt, I assume you probably haven't talked to Danny about this, but both of you being first-year coaches in a new program, what do you think she had to deal with most as a first-year coach here?
We've talked a little bit about it throughout the year. Again, we're both replacing great legends, you know, in the sport, and great humans and people that, again, you don't always get the opportunity to replace people that are truly loved by the locker room still. You know, that doesn't always work out that way, and I think we're both lucky enough to be able to do that in the community. For her, her expectations are always going to be at the highest, right? She's an ultimate competitor, unbelievable coach. I think she would get the respect from the girls very quickly, which I think happened before she even stepped foot here. So I think all those things, which are normally the hard things, were already there. So I think it was just, you know, just trying to deal with expectations of you're trying to win a national championship in year one, you know, and I think that's what she's up against. But again, if anybody's ready for it, it's for sure her.
All good?
Thank you all.
Thank you.